Hello, everybody. Welcome to ozfortress 19, Week 1. This is the first cast of the season, and bringing you the first match is me, Sage. We've got HiipFire
Hello.
and Wiethoofd on production. Today we are bringing Dog the Boys versus the very prestiged international Australian team, Jasmine Tea. Today, this is actually interesting for all those watching, this is the first time they've showed off this roster in an official, and it's changed since anything they've brought to LAN or even in the history of playing ozfortress. They are running a new lineup, which includes Rocky in place of Zaka on Roma, and they've brought in Buddha as medic over Dave. Another thing for those who don't know is Buddha is a very respected old Australian scout soldier. Sorry, he used to play for Supervillains, and Rocky is known as having some of the best deathmatching abilities in ozfortress and Oceania. And I think this might be the first time a top team has someone playing from New Zealand, as Rocky is playing with that Kiwi ping to the ozfortress servers.
Kiwi. I'll hang myself some kiwis.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting because I could be incorrect, but I think this is the first time Kiwi is on a top team. Chat can correct me on that, of course, because I'm sure I've probably forgotten somebody down the line. But I'll go through just quickly because Dog the Boys are a very new team, and I'm not super familiar with their roster, so I'll just bring that up and I'll just talk about who I recognize, who I don't, and we can just get through some time before this match starts.
The roster for the Dog the Boys is it's Spade and Heebs on Scout. It's roaming. It's Sadgasm Pocket. It's Magpie on demo, and let me see what that name is. A Podiopus.
It's a Podiopsis, and I'm going to refer to him as a Poddy because that's a mouthful.
A Poddy? Okay.
Yeah. The people I recognize in this roster, Magpie or Madpie, he's been around for a while. I don't believe he's a super active player, but he is playing for this game as Demo Man. Podiopsis has also been around for a while. I think he actually won Open this season as Medic after dropping down a couple divisions. I guess he's coming back to play another season of Prem. Sadgasm on Pocket, of course, he played for Victoria Riot for half of their last season as Scout, so seeing a change to Pocket. Zildjian is roaming. Zildjian is a new face to Prem. I think he played Roma last season Intermediate. Spade I'm unfamiliar with, and Heebs has been Intermediate for the past couple of seasons, and this is his first Prem debut as well. So, three new faces to Prem this game, and they are fighting a monolith that is Jasmine Tea.
That's very exciting stuff, especially for someone like me who's an international caster. I'm very Jasmine Tea is basically like the only Aussie team that I know outside of IM. I mean, I tried to pay attention to the last Prem season, but this Jasmine Tea reform obviously has got me a little giddy.
Definitely. I think it's safe to say that Jasmine Tea are fan favourites for a lot of not only Australians, international players. I can't guarantee that Paulson's playing in a dog outfit right now, but I'd like to think so.
This is very disappointing. I don't even know if I want to cast this match anymore.
Yeah, I feel this is a bust. But I don't... Okay, so I think, barring... If I'm correct, let me just make sure I'm not saying nonsense. I think the only change to the roster tonight from core is Magpie as demo. I don't think he's their starting demo normally. But other than that, we have two core rosters facing up against, so we don't have any horrible Merc situations coming up. I'm interested to see, because I'll be completely honest, the Dog the Boys aren't clean enough. Actually, the underdogs in this situation, definitely. I don't think anyone here is to argue against that. Jasmine Tea went to an international land, and this is their first time debuting in Prem. So I'm interested to see, especially players like Magpie, see how he can perform coming back after. I'd like to think he was in a bit of a hiatus because I haven't seen that name in a very long time. Sadgasm as well. I want to see how he can perform on Pocket. I've seen his scout. He's a talented scout, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they hold up against the strongest team in Australia. Jasmine Tea are the first seed this season, and they are going up against the 8th because it's just round robin style seeding.
I'm kind of personally really interested in Elmo playing on Jasmine now, since I've always heard the people telling me when I-58 happened and when Re1 happened, like, man, you should see Elmo, man, he'll destroy on land. So
Elmo definitely known for land dodging here. He's a ridiculously talented player. He's a delight to watch. He's played in top prem for definitely as long as I've been playing, and he's just shown time and time again that people would argue that he's probably the best scout in the country, and it's such a shame he didn't go international for whatever reasons, but you get to see him now with this. It's good to say a Jasmine reform, so
I mean, I've heard that he is supposed to be going to a LAN in the foreseeable future, but I'm not. Yeah. I mean, he still has time to dodge, so we'll see.
Yeah, there's always time for Elmo to dodge a LAN.
Yes.
I think we've got server up, so I'm just connecting to that. Ooh. And Badlands. Oh yeah, it's Badlands first week, which is a classic map, obviously. Badlands starts off every ozfortress season, so it'll be a good start because I actually do like casting Badlands. It's chaotic, and I guess I don't know. The stalemates at last kind of ruin it, but the mids and stuff. One of my favorite mids to watch. I think just a lot of things going on that you can enjoy.
I feel like stalemates on last are just like a staple on like every map at this point, and I've just like learned to deal with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I do definitely like myself some Badlands. I'm not a proponent of that really bad meme that's been going around the last couple months about Badlands being a bad map. I don't know what that's all about. So
I think it's more of a there are issues because I think it is the only remaining non-edited Valve map left in the comp rotation now. I think people
sounds about right.
I think it's the issue with the stalemate on last is that people are arguing that you can't push out because the respawns are too long if you die on last, so it kind of forces stalemate. But I don't think anyone's really made a great version of a Badlands Pro, as I've seen. Like, every version I've seen, people are like mass rehauling the entire map. I don't think that's what anyone really wants.
But everyone loves that version of Badlands that has the grass everywhere. That's such a good version.
Dude, the grass makes that map.
It's just, I remember we were trying to scrim and we just started up a Serve Me server, and so for some reason it auto-completed to Badlands Pro, and we just came on. It's like, what is this grass? Is this the new update? But jeez. Well,
yeah.
I mean, the new one that's being made is slightly okay. I mean, it's trying to avoid really like rehauls. It's just trying to avoid annoying splash bugs and stuff, but. That's it did remove like the little like wall like by trash, so you can enter into like top through trash,
weird.
Which is kind of weird. But outside of that, it's normal. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have a Badlands Pros in the future.
Yeah, I just want them to add a bottomless pit on mid. That's all I want out of Badlands.
Aww.
Badlands event, exactly. It's I think Jasmine, we might be out of luck because it looks like they're trying to get a Merc for Paulson. He might not be available to play tonight, which sucks because I was looking forward to making fun of him. It's not as eventful when you get to make fun of Paulson and Scout, but Paulson demo is actually a treat to watch. I don't think currently I'd say that him and Enrith are the best demo men in the country, and they're both just so awesome to watch. It's just nutty to see how well they can perform. I should bring this up is Rocky is known for his deathmatch ability. You might not know this because it's international, but I'd say that a large majority of people regard Rocky as having some of the best DM, if not the best DM in MG and just general, because his ridiculous. He has this weird playstyle in MG where he does a quick switching thing between the shotgun and the rocket launcher, and it's going to be really weird to see Rocky playing without a shotgun because he is on Roma. Or I might be completely incorrect, and he might be playing shotgun Roma because he's warming up with the shotgun right now. But that'd be really interesting to see, because Rocky, actually, I don't think he's played in an official ozfortress team in many seasons. Or at least core, he might have subbed, but I'd wager to say almost at least 7 seasons he hasn't played core on any teams. So, it's interesting to see his comeback on the best team in Australia.
Did Rocky play? Was Rocky on that team that got like top 4 in the Ulti Duo Cup?
Rocky
I feel
won.
like I remember his name. Did he win it? Okay. Yeah,
Rocky and Sam, both very talented players.
Yeah. Yes, Rocky Sam. Yes, I remember this. I remember quote unquote casting it. That was I don't know if that was more like just people randomly yelling in a mumble, but I do distinctly remember the Ulti Duo Cup that he won.
Yeah, Rocky. I think most people agree that when Rocky and Sam entered, it was a race for second place. Because as I said, Rocky's DM is very feared in Oxford. I just heard from Gio that they are starting in real time, so we should be in pretty soon. Okay, so our producer has crashed, so we might have some issues there. But
I have some radio casting.
Having issues with OBS, and so we might miss a little bit, maybe, but it'll be alright because we can get back into it early. OBS can be a bit finicky now and then.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is gonna be interesting, I guess.
Yeah. Just.
I mean,
I've never casted on radio, so I mean, first time for everything.
I didn't even I'm kind of confused how I didn't even spot the entire Rocky thing being like the guy who won the Ulti Duo Cup. So it's actually kind of exciting to see him play too in this toppity prem team.
Yeah, I mean it's honestly like he's so well known for being a shotgun soldier. Actually, now that I'm noticing it, Gio's running gunboats and Rocky's running shotguns, so we might be seeing a switching of roles. If I'm, but I doubt it.
It might just be running double.
Yeah, double gunboats or whatever. And Deft is smirking. As we are going live, Alright, we are just going to be radio casting as our producer's camera, OBS is breaking. So, you're going to listen to Deft. Deft is faster than Magpie and is taking a lot more ground as... what? Okay, so...
They're not going to mid? What's going on?
So Doug the Boys, I think they had an AFK situation and just didn't turn up to mid. But Spade sneaks in and kills the medic for Jasmine Tea. I can't... I don't know if it's a good or bad thing that you didn't get to see that, because that was something... Oh, okay, it looks like they actually might be resetting, because they're re-execing... Yeah,
okay. That was just that made no sense.
That was bizarre. That was one of the weirdest mid fights I've ever seen.
Yeah,
nobody turned up for mid for a scout, and the scout got a med pick on the other team.
Yeah, Magpie looked through balcony and was like, I don't know about this, and then he just walked back, and that's it. Yeah, okay, well.
Alright, so we should have camera back if now or in a bit, and. They haven't just started. Have they started? No, they haven't. Alright, they're beginning again. They've both readied up. Teams are getting started. And we won't be casting through a radio anymore. Alright, so the rollout is happening while the producer's connecting to the server. We'll hopefully get in a bit of the mid before after he gets in. I'm just going to see what Deft's doing. As Deft is a bit slower, but no, he's way faster. As Magpie, I think he messed up his rollout and goes through Valley. He's just playing low ground as Jasmine are just sussing out what's happening. Soldier gets deep onto the medic, takes a lot of hurts the medic very hard, and it's going in the way of Jasmine right now. Low health on both sides. It heals, backing up for Dog the Boys as they back to the mid. With their medic, luckily. So, but a scout is caught behind for the Dog the Boys side, as it looks like he'll just get cleaned up, and a decent situation goes to a pretty poor one in that scout pick.
Control point is being captured.
I didn't pay a lot of attention to that mid. I just wanted to point out to everyone that the roamer of Dog the Boys, I guess that's Im or Zildjian.
It's, Zildjian.
Yeah, Zildjian. He completely failed his rollout. He had to walk most of the way through lobby and failed all of the pogos all the way to choke. So I think the fact that their roamer was like 20 seconds late is probably a big factor why they lost that mid. So
Wait, did a putty up just? Oh, okay, I think there was a weird situation there. I missed that. They're moving into last. 2 up already for the side of Dog the Boys, and the health is bad. Magpie actually getting a lot of damage out, trying to solve this out, but no, he gets cleaned up, and that will be the first round to Jasmine Tea. Okay, we might see a better. I'm hoping for a better mid than the first 2 we've seen so far. As I'm gonna stick with my guns, and I'm gonna watch Deft, because Deft is a fancy player to watch.
well, Zildjian update. He has in fact nailed most of his rollout this time, so we will see him on mid.
Yep. So just exchanging spam so far. Double soldier bomb coming out from Jasmine, from Dog the Boys rather, but they don't get that much done as they just kind of kite the soldiers. And both soldiers going down for the side of Dog the Boys is going to be very awkward for them fighting the rest of this mid. It's just Demo, Scout, and Medic as they're starting to back out a choke, but the Demo goes down. This will likely be the death of Apodiopsis. Just trying to battle with Madness, not hitting his crossbows. He's very likely dead. But Madness being very clever, just delaying his death. That's very good play by Jasmine. Making sure that the medic dies as late as possible, just being an annoyance.
And there's actually a scout on mid trying to pull some Jasmine players back, though. There's still... The cap is going on second, though. That is Deft, who's capping up the second point, so... Try to, I guess, delay so they can get their spawners for last, because Heebs... Actually, Heebs is... Yeah, is on spawning, and actually Madness gets Magpie, so I'm gonna be demo-less for most of this last hold, potentially, if Jasmine Tea wants to push in right now.
Yeah, they're just waiting for players to get into lobby. They have this full override, and the Demo doesn't have 6 on point. I'd be going straight away, as it does look like they're going through Scout with Scout Soldier. Scout in top, just getting onto the players. Scout lower for Dog the Boys gets cleaned up early. It's 2 down for Dog the Boys already. And Zildjian just trying to stop the cap as he does get better on the point. This heavy, the medic actually goes heavy. I didn't even notice that Apathy goes up on heavy last second, just trying to stop anything he can, but just heaved and he will get cleaned up. And that is the second point. Very quick, I believe that was less than 4 minutes. Yes, it was just under 4 minutes. It's a bit worrying for the side of Dog the Boys, but like I said, they are the underdogs in this situation, and it's going to be a very uphill battle for them to, I'd say, even get around.
Yeah, I mean, I did like the idea of just trying to do a double soldier bomb straight onto their train, but it just didn't really work out. I got like a singular scout pick, and that was kind of it. But it seems like they want to do it again.
They're trying again. They're getting way more ground.
Oh, they get the medic. Great stuff to get Buddha there. Not really anything else. Just gotten with that soldier bomb. But the med pick is very important. But there comes another soldier bomb onto the medic of Dog the Boys. But
the health
still, the picks so are the picks are going the way of Dog the Boys, and they will win their first mid, cleaning up all the kills after the med pick and the scout pick. So
they do pick up the medic. Yeah, they do pick up the medic on Dog the Boys, which is very good, as it is going to likely equalize Ubers as they. Oh, Apathy isn't healing. We might see a little bit of advantage, only 10%, so it's not very big, if 10%. And we're just seeing a relax as Dog the Boys get their bearings, and we might see a second hold out of Jasmine, but Dog the Boys seem to be looking to try and break this through, but starting to push back already. We might be seeing the start of a stalemate, I'll be honest.
I think they were a little bit in shock that they won that mid, so they just had to mentally calm down from the excitement. And then we're like, alright, oh crap.
I was actually skeptical. The double soldier bomb didn't work the first time, but I guess second time is the charm. And they do pick up the medic, and it just allowed the aggression of both the boys to go unchecked, and they just destroyed it. As Rocky's getting forward in house, there is a soldier down on the Roma for the boys. They uber through choke, but it's a pretty even exchange here, and they're just chilling choke. Though the boys do back up, and it does look like Jasmine are trying to edge this through. They do get through the choke. Scout goes down very low for the side of Dog the Boys, but Demo's so aggressive and he pipes Buddha. Buddha's back because the Demo gets killed, and that's 2 up. They've won this exchange 100%, and the Scout's on Buddha. This is the issue though that I keep seeing for Dog the Boys is every exchange where they're winning these fights, a Polyopsis goes down with Buddha, and if they can keep that medic up, they can keep the momentum, and just this would be a really easy last push, but they need to focus on keeping the medic up in these exchanges.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, this is gonna, if they don't keep their med alive, it's gonna force them in these, you know, these pure DM fights, and on paper, those should be the ones that Jasmine Tea basically always has in the bag. I mean, the one that just happened was kind of a little iffy. I mean, Gio kind of just jumped through choke and kind of got destroyed, tried to make space, and then some people got killed under the point, so it's kind of unlucky for Jasmine Tea, but you know, on paper, those are the situations you want to avoid. You want to try and catch them off guard, or I don't know, do an Uber trade and try to catch some people in. Just try to, I don't know, capitalize on minor mistakes from Jasmine Tea instead of just hitting or what's the word I'm looking for? Like seeing them head on. I don't know what the expression is, but it's something like that.
Yeah, it is. Definitely think. I should bring this up is Paulson is normally the main caller for Jasmine Tea, and he's not here today, so we might be seeing a little less coordination coming out of Jasmine, as they do have a Merc Demo Man, but Polyopsis gets bounced off into trash, trying to climb this thing, going to 50 health. I might see a Force play come out. Even Ubers, I think Jasmine are just looking for an angle to take, and just normal stalemate. Neither team seems too eager to push out just now, but as I say, that Menace does pick on the bats just to get some information.
Uber's through the shutter.
This could
Double
work.
I mean,
no one can get time.
this is an okay strategy. I mean, it seems like Jasmine Tea responded quite well, just going straight back, spotting it very quickly, and Ubering onto the Scout medic. But that is not that bad of an idea. Trying to just Uber and push straight onto the point and get people off of it. Like, I mean, I've done that before, and it worked quite successfully. But it's just they were It's even being said in the chat, it's kind of lucky that they were ready to block the Uber push into last, so it was a good attempt, but it's just unlucky.
I think they were also banking, because they did have a bit of a forward hold up, but they weren't so aggressive to the fact that like they had the time to back up. The Elmo blocking there, even if he wasn't there, there are chances because of the Uber charge that was being used, so they didn't just get killed by spam immediately. It was a very close call. But I think they were banking on them being a lot closer than they actually were in lobby, and being able to get to last way quicker. But it was definitely a more interesting strategy, as I did not expect it at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I do honestly give them some props for trying to pull something risky off. I mean, those are definitely the plays that could potentially get you some points in this game. Uber actually has been forced in house there,
Apathy
so...
on 2 health, but Apathy goes down to 2 health and almost gets killed, but he gets his Uber charge, getting his Uber charge right now. They get out with the medic, and that's gonna halt the push from Jasmine, as that medic staying up in that. I still can't believe it. Apathy goes down to 1 health after that surf and just gets out unscathed.
Ooh, Rocket tries to jump the medic.
Apathy's just caught out in a terrible position. He's used this Uber charge, but there's nobody really there for him, and they've completely turned around this situation from a really good one to a pretty awful one. Rocky's just MGing Heebs, and Heebs backs up. Madness on the flank picks up Apathy and gets cleaned up by Heebs afterwards. This is very advantageous for Jasmine.
Yeah, so some players from Dr. Boy just kind of jumped in too far and kind of abandoned A-Potty while he was, trying to wait for a good opportunity to Uber, so he just kind of didn't pop and dropped like 3 players on his team. I don't really blame him that much for that, but Jasmine Tea pushing in, just walked in through top right, just gonna just be playing this Uber. They're getting some frags, and this should be it. There's just 2-3 players left. The soldier on the point, and the rest is on top right. They're just gonna play the point, and it's gonna be 3-0 for Jasmine Tea.
Yeah, that was very well played by Jasmine. They didn't make the mistake of all running onto the point and trying to cap it as fast, as they did have a demo and a soldier up. It could have gone disastrously. A lot of mistakes, teams make that mistake, and they just played the Uber, got the picks they needed, and they just capped the point with ease. We're seeing this next mid. I'm gonna watch Magpie if I can, and he's gone balcony and Death's gone their train. Seeing exchange spammers. Rocky's in pretty far, as he gets straight onto the medic, and the medic does surf. He's low health and probably going to be out of this fight as Dog the boys haven't got really any positioning, and flanks from Jasmine Tea pretty much clean up everybody else. Really low health on the scout though. Just a 4 health Roma remaining and gets cleaned up by Deft.
I think the problem is, I think the problem is that when you set up for, you know, a double soldier bomb like that, it's important that you jump in as fast as possible. And if you get distracted by a soldier jumping you, that basically means that 2 scouts and a demo are trying to hold off the entirety of the enemy team. And as you can see, they crumbled quite quickly while they were trying to deal with Rocky.
They do have an engineer, so hopefully that's going to eat up a bit of this Uber ad, because I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Jasmine go pretty much straight away. Another soldier. They should know the sentry's here, but they mightn't have scouted out properly, because if they push without knowing it... oh, Deft's going lower, so it does look... Yeah, they do know the sentry's there, and Spade goes down really low and almost gets killed. The sentry gets popped, but they haven't really done much outside get the sentry with this Uber, and it's looking a bit awkward. As I said, both scouts are pushing into the combo, but with this pocket soldier there, this is looking a bit awkward. They're just losing players. Both sides are losing players. Madness goes in and picks up the medic though, and as I say that, it gets very chaotic, and Jasmine Tea pick up another round. It's 4-0. It was a bit messy there. I couldn't really keep what's going on. Everyone was low, and then the medic died. It was crazy.
Yeah, it seemed like Jasmine Tea just couldn't really get the frags during the Uber because they were all on the ground, so they just kind of backed out and then re-pushed through top right since it was completely open, and then just destroyed everyone. Just in the dry push.
See what Rocky's doing in this one is he jumps in aggressively, just trying to deny space for the other team. Doesn't get much done, but starts pressuring the demo, which is a good decision, keeping him away from damaging his team as they're backing up, and demo goes down to 30 health, and they're just trying to get out with their lives in the medic here. The demo stands still for a crossbow, and it gets him killed. As Rocky's just doing 360s, trying to avoid death.
Oh, Potty's trying to hide behind the barrels. He's trying to survive, trying to fight Madness there in lower lobby, but he's gonna go down. So the all-important medic pick for Jasmine Tea.
It's just gonna be the same old stuff we've seen it time and time again in this match. Is Jasmine pushing into last with full advantage. I think that in this situation, I guess the boys are going pretty all in, because if they can't really show any weakness against Jasmine Tea. But at the same time, it's causing their medic to die pretty much every time they lose the med, which is so far every time but once. And actually, I think the time they won the mid, they also lost the medic. So
yes, yeah, that was.
And they're just going in with Uber. Classic Uber scout soldier through up. The pirate denies a lot of it, and he doesn't get much done with this Uber at all. But they've got the positioning, low health coming onto Geo. They finally pick up the pyro who denied almost all of that Uber. But frags are just going in the favor of Jasmine Tea for no reason, and they had I guess they just took the positioning away from both boys, and it's 1 up, and it's going to be almost definitely round as Fake picks up 2. It was almost awesome, but sadly not enough. And that is the first map in less than 15 minutes.
It's kind of unfortunate. Just on that last hold, they just kind of all got isolated into, you know, individual DM fights. Like Soldier got caught behind a point. Soldier was fighting in top right alone against another scout. So, you know, you just if you are playing a team that's so much better than you on a DM standpoint, and you know you get caught in individual DM fights, and there's just not much you can do. You just need to. They should have been playing a little bit more together to maybe try and play that post Uber a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's look at these logs.
Look at them logs.
Yep, so let's just open these, because I need to get... Alright. Any second now? Alright, cool, I got this in.
Want to order by damage, because that's what all the good casters do. Just look at damage. And obviously, if you look at damage, you see basically everyone on Jasmine Tea out-damaging their counterpart on Dog the Boys. Though Sadgasm does manage to get above Rocky in damage, but I think Sadgasm is Pocket and Rocky's Roamer, so I mean, naturally the more heals and doing more spamming is going to give you more damage, but yeah, this is... This doesn't make I don't.
Stats. These are some weird stats, because I actually just noticed that the demo man, got less heals than everybody else on the team, including both scouts for the boys. That's very odd. He got 400 heals. That's pretty brutal for the demo. In terms of damage, pretty much what you'd expect. Geo top, just followed by just 10 below deft. Frags obviously going in the way for Jasmine Tea. A bit of a notice thing. I don't know if to because they were on last a lot, so it could be fair. But both scouts are 150 DPM, which isn't what you like to see.
Yeah, I think that might be partially because of the just because they were on last most of the time, so the damage is mostly from the mids and lost DM fights against other scouts on last.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's kind of weird the entire demo healing thing. I mean, your demo, like the demo obviously needs all his heals, and looking at this means he's basically only gotten heals on rollouts and nowhere else.
I guess I don't know who's to blame in that situation. If the demo
is that even enough for a demo rollout? Like 100, because you do 400 divided by 5. That's not even that's not even enough, right?
OZFort servers don't track overheal buffs, like overheal as heals. Overheals are healing hurt players.
Okay, alright, I see.
I think that's correct. That would explain it, because you're right. Yeah, that isn't enough for a buff on rollout.
I was like, is this the problem for their mids? Is just Magpie unable to roll out because his medic isn't healing him?
Yeah.
That would be an interesting. Yeah. Maybe that's why Zildjian was also having troubles. He's not getting any heals. What do you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So. Yeah, it is pretty. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'll be brutally honest. I don't think Doug the Boy is going to win this map. But
risky prediction there.
Yeah, I do think that they do have the potential to get around. They had quite a few advantageous positions where either they did things right or Jasmine made a mistake and they capitalized on it. That interesting player Ubering into lower from Badlands was pretty cool to see, and it didn't work in the end because they just didn't have enough time. But stuff like that is very interesting, and just being able to this first team in Prem, just being able to get to last and even having that opportunity to Uber 2 scouts into last against Jasmine Tea is better than nothing. They won a mid. They've done pretty well considering like I said, I think 3 players making their Prem debut against players who have been Prem since Prem existed.
It is, yeah. I mean, yeah, as you said, that's double scouts Uber through Shutter. I do like the idea that they've picked up that idea. So I'm curious if they can maybe steal around away from Jasmine Tea on this map, seeing as they maybe at least are well informed when it comes to strats. I'm curious if they have something cooked up for a process, but we'll see because the match is about to start. It's the second map. First map went to Jasmine Tea 5-0, so let's see what Dog the Boys can do in the second map.
Honestly, I'd like to see some sniper plays come out of this map because pretty much every player on Jasmine Tea is a confident sniper. Deft beats Magpie significantly to mid and just chills trying to get stickies down. Zildjian, far more aggressive than the rest of his team, gets punished for it and gets low health, but Deft gets bounced by a rocket by Sadgasm, dies almost immediately in this mid. This is not great for Jasmine, but they're making it work as they do pick up another kill. Zildjian getting really deep and just going to get cleaned up. Probably should have waited for his players, as Apathy does seem to be... Yeah, Apathy is going to get out of this fight. That was something that you need to see a lot more in Badlands, although it is a lot harder to escape on Badlands. Apathy got out early and has preserved his super, so they do have a chance on this last.
Yeah, I think one of the problems on that mid was that both Heebs and Spade tried to battle on point with Madison Elmo, and they both lost their lives to that fight. So they should maybe try and deal with play soldiers together. But the Ubers coming in from Jasmine Tea on the right side through 1. They will trade the Ubers with Dog the Boys, but Dog the Boys is not really in position to make use of their superior Uber pop. So seems like it's just going to be even Ubers. There's a minor fight going on in rollout, but I think that's going to be fine. Zildjian finds his rocket onto Rocky, so that's a roamer pick
but
there.
He gets cleaned up by Madness in lobby, and so does Sadgasm. Both soldiers have just miraculously gone down by Jasmine Tea's hand, and they're moving in right. this is exactly what Jasmine wanted, was to get this Uber popped out of the other medic and just play advantages after post. And Scout goes down, medic is very lit, goes down themselves, and it's just 2 up for side of Dog the Boys. Demo Man has to hold this completely alone, and he's doing a pretty good job of it. As he probably does he. Oh, he almost held that off actually. It was just Madness on 40 health. That's really unlucky.
Yeah.
But
like
they do get the cap.
Yeah, 1-0, sadly. But I mean, Dog the Boys did a decent job of almost potentially holding that last hold. So maybe it's showing some signs of hope. Maybe. But we're on the next mid. It seems like Magpie's just gonna be walking his way through choke. Actually,
he's walking to mid. But just seeing that normal stuff. Staying to spam. Soldier gets deep in for
great jump from Zildjian getting Buddha there.
Yeah, it's been a mixed match show for Zildjian so far. He's either completely messing up his jumps or going huge on these onto the medic, and it does seem that Jasmine have won this initial fight, but I do think that Dog the Boys are planning to re-push with the Uber that they have in their back pocket.
Find quite odd. Zildjian got in and distracted most of the combo of Jasmine Tea, but nobody else from Dog the Boys really tried to play off of that and maybe just establish more high ground presence to spam them out. But instead, Jasmine Tea just got to, I guess, bully them into choke and out of the midpoint. So, like, they're maybe not showing enough initiative on the side of Dog the Boys, but they're going to be showing it now with this Uber advantage they got. They're going to walk through choke. Seems like Jasmine Tea obviously recognizing the Uber advantage that they have is holding relatively passively. Maybe have a soldier sack onto the medic, maybe not. Doesn't seem like it, but Elmo, yeah.
Zildjian gets picked, and Elmo gets picked on the back end, but Apathy gets through without popping his Uber, which is good for them, but as it has taken a while, Buddha is going to come up with this Uber on second, and it is going to be a stalemate, I think. Oh no, they're playing kind of aggressively, just exchanging rockets and stickies. Both teams getting their spawner at the exact same time, but it is a bit just a back and forth right now, as just both teams are trying to figure out what they want to do, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like they were just like testing the waters in choke there with like 4 people, see if they can bully their way in, but it's not a thing. The Uber's already up, so Jasmine T is not scared of the previous held Uber advantage by Dog the Boys. So now it's just gonna be some spam exchanging and one team hoping that they can, find that miracle pick. Maybe Dog the Boys will feed 2 of their soldiers again. Who knows?
Definitely. I don't know, I think it is just Geo walking around trying to find an opening. This is part I'd like to say again, is Paulson isn't here and he's their main call. I reckon Paulson here, he'd probably be making, I don't know, I think Paulson definitely is a very aggressive main caller. He might be trying to trade this Uber, but they are just playing the stalemate, and both Dog the Boys are pretty far back, as it does look like they're pushing IT. Yeah, they're breaking through IT without heals, so it's a bit awkward and they're just kind of backing. Which sucks, because that would have actually been a pretty decent position for them if they had heals with them. They could have broken through, because the flank had to completely back out for Jasmine's side. They could have gotten a lot of free room.
Maybe a little scared. There's a soldier peeking aggressively in a demo as well, seeing if they can get in. Maybe try to get a soldier sacking onto the medic, but it seems like neither of these teams even wants to go for a sack. It seems like they're just
you say that, but they're trying to push it. They tried to kill Zildjian, but he did have a buff, and they just get back in the flank again for Jasmine. It does, back into a stalemate. It was interesting that Elmo got aggressive to try and get a pick, but it's like he drew a line where he knew he couldn't get out if he had to, and he stayed perfectly behind that line, and when the demo and soldier started pressuring him, he was perfectly safe to just back up and grab heals again. As they Uber out of bottom IT, but the Uber is greatly in Jasmine's favor, as they're breaking back into choke, and it is awkward as the stickies in choke are gonna stop any aggression from Jasmine.
Well, that was a solid Uber trade. I was kind of scared because since Apati had to flash 2 players, but the timing just worked out that he could save both the soldier and the scout, so they could successfully get out of choke and force it early enough that Jasmine couldn't go through those sticks. But there's a scout actually walking through sewers. That's Elmo, and there's also actually a soldier there, Rocky, who will get the kill onto Magpie, but will eventually lose his life. So they just sacked 2 players for what is basically just a demo kill. So it should be the push from Dog the Boys. They're going to be going. The flank is going very aggressively. They're trying to get that soldier. Buddha goes down. and Spade and Heebs getting some great picks. Geo Buddha go down, but Potty and Sealgen are somewhere. I think they're in IT. Heebs will go down on his own. Actually, Potty left ages ago. He seems to be in nowhere, sitting in front of forward spawn with his demo. So.
Oh, Elmo's aggressive here, trying to get into a position to kill the mid. No, he got out.
Potty's a little too pessimistic about this fight. Like, I feel like they could have pulled that off, but Potty was just gone, even though they had even numbers. So
yeah, I think Potty's sick of dying without players, so he's just getting out early.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like pushing IT, they're getting aggressive. It doesn't look like Jasmine Tea expected. As they're getting through, they pop the Uber out. But Buddha is in a perfect position to just hold S, get out, and they've lost 2 players on the side of Dog the Boys. It's a really bad Uber. And 3 go down, and Buddha gets killed by a close Sadgasm flank, and there's just 1 player up, and it's Demo Man, who is likely gonna die. Please die. Alright, thank you. Goes down, and it's a medic trade, but Apathy gets up with players first, and if they build this, it's going to be a little bit of a nice ad, probably about 20% if played correctly. Actually no, I lied, it's only about 15%, but still.
They really shouldn't be trying to contest this though. They just are way too late to cancel this push, or this cap, but I mean, yeah, they do have the advantage, but though they didn't really build it that much, but they're building now, but that's as Jasmine Tea also starts building, so
yeah,
it's gonna be only like a 10% ad. I feel like Dog the Boys might think that they have a little bit more, but actually they do have, they do have a sniper, so maybe they think they have no advantage at all, and they might as well have no advantage at this point. So we're just gonna go and play the off-class game. There's a trade going on with the Magpie getting Elmo and Madness getting Spade, so scout trade there, but it's not really going to change the course of this game right now, since it's still even player. Uber is now up for oh man, what is that? Buddha goes down, the shutter by 1 gets opened, and Heebs just gets the snipe.
So we might see
Heebs. Wait, who? What?
Elmo's the sniper.
Heebs sniped Buddha. That's
oh my god! Elmo just destroyed Zildjian. And he's just wrecking shop here. He's playing Sewer, the demo ignores him, and the person in the back up is gonna work. Oh, that's just
no.
Man, you hate to see them like that. The flank just pushed out from Jasmine Tea, and they finished it with a backup. Elmo's shot onto Zildjian was it was like a crack shot, like headshot on Zildjian, and I think it was in the air. As Elmo's rocking up to mid on the sniper, so that's gonna be interesting to watch. I think Elmo's trying to have a bit of fun with this.
Well, maybe he'll give Dog the Boys a little bit of a chance in this mid if Elmo does not hit his shots. Zildjian sitting on the top right, seemingly setting up for another jump onto the combo. He's about to go in, he's trying to get some rockets in, but he gets headshot by Elmo, completely denied. Sadgasm will go down as well. Spade will go down on the point, so just 3 players left for Dog the Boys, and they're going to have to get the hell out. Elmo, even when he's not playing Scout, just denying all the soldiers jumping anyway. You actually have Geo, who's in lobby already, so he's going to catch a Potty out, and also Magpie. There he goes, 2 picks for him. It's just Heebs, who's in bottom IT, actually top IT rather. A little caught out, but he's actually fighting Geo, and Geo's very weak, not hitting his rockets, so Heebs will get that kill. Not really that it means too much, but he also finds Elmo in IT and gets sniped. Elmo definitely hitting his shots right now.
Yeah, there was an interesting play. Apathy almost got out there, but Geo flanked from IT, and I thought Rocky was just messing around because he did the big Roma jump from Choke straight into players, and I thought it was just a dumb suicide play, but it did seem to be that they were coordinating that Geo needed someone to distract if he needed to get onto the medic. So they played together, and they get the medic pick, and it pays off as Buddha is fully up in this Uber. But it might be a bit awkward with Elmo and the sniper, but he is just trying to pick angles, trying to get a shot down. And it doesn't look like Dog the Boys are trying to move anytime soon with an engineer and a heavy on last.
Let's see. The Uber is up. They're trying to focus this heavy. The heavy will go down. They're trying to get onto that sentry maybe a little bit. But there goes Elmo with the shot onto a Potty. That will definitely help Jasmine Tea a lot out. But you need to get these frags on the players on the right. Sadgasm will go down. Magpie will go down. The NG is dead as well. It's just Spade who just spawned on the left side. Elmo's popping some shots at him. The soldier's popping shots. And you'll not be able to block the point. It goes 3-0 for Jasmine Tea.
Yeah, and Elmo doesn't appear to be getting off sniper, which might be a bit painful for the boys. It does give them a new opening though, to play a bit more aggressive on this mid, try and take advantage of the fact that they're down a scout. But see what they do. It's good for the cast because watching Elmo sniping is a very fun thing to do.
It definitely is. I mean, I'm on the Elmo cam right now. He's gonna peek choke. He gets a headshot immediately on Sadgasm, and this seems to kind of stop the push dead in its tracks. A potty will go down to a bomb from Rocky as well. Actually, Elmo will go down, but the frags are still going the way of Jasmine Tea, but it's actually even numbers right now. Dog Boys have equalized, but a great air shot from Geo on the jumping Zildjian will go down. Zadgasm will go down to a pipe of Deft, and then Spade is just alone and will get splashed. So that was, well, that was a good recovery there, especially that air shot from Geo, just completely ruining Zildjian's attempts to get onto the combo of Jasmine Tea. So another win for Jasmine Tea. Elmo still on sniper, even though there's Uber advantage.
Heap spy. He's on the medic, but it doesn't know he gets the drop.
Oh no, the second drop. Heaps has now dropped Buddha 2 times this map.
Heaps
Maybe
probably getting out, just playing it safe. I guess he might be going back to scout, which would be the smart play, and it does appear to be what he's doing. 50% Apathy with this advantage, but we do still have the Elmo sniper, and he's trying to make sure he gets the shot. He's in a position to actually snipe Apathy if he gets a little more aggro. He sees the medic and he's gone. Oh, he misses his body shotable, but he gets cleaned up by a scout. And Madness taking a 2v1 with these scouts is going to make it very difficult for him to win, and he does get cleaned up, showing that even Jasmine Tea scouts aren't superhuman.
No, not always. I mean, when you get sandwiched by 2 scouts, it's hard to win. But Dog the Boys is going to be moving through choke. Magpie's having some issues with jumping, and a potty actually gets kind of caught out there. Geo will be able to get the free jump in and force the Uber of Dog the Boys, but Dog the Boys should be able to cap this point. But there's a little fight going on in sewers. Heebs just completely fed to Rocky, completely destroying Heebs in that sewer area. I feel like Heebs didn't really have to start that fight, but he did and has lost his life for that. Elmo will get Magpie as well, as Jasmine Tea will be pushing in through choke. Everyone from Dog the Boys will be dropping. Zildjian and Sadgasm do get a frag of their own, but there comes Rocky, will get a potty, and Elmo will get Zildjian. So that was a little bit of a... I feel like that didn't have to get as scrappy as it did. Dog the Boys just kind of trying to fight Jasmine Tea head on, but they lost most, basically all of their players to it.
Yeah, he gets really aggressive, which I thought was a dumb play, but I don't think Elmo expected it either, as he just gets cleaned up as the sniper. Buddha will still stay on the sniper, as the Uber has ended up in the favor of Buddha. He comes back up on scout. We have an engineer sitting up on last, which is interesting because I don't think they'd be that eager to sit on last. I'd be playing kind of forced Uber on second and then re-push situation, but they've kind of committed a player here as Madness picks up Heebs and low health on the flank, as they do get aggressive and they pick up Sadgasm, but Geo gets cleaned up in this fight as well. And Magpie receives a crossbow which allows Spade to clean up Elmo. And we're going to see a bit of a... It looks like Dog the Boys are eager to push now, as they do have a lot of room from the frags they got. Spade obviously is going to be a trap.
I mean, Jasmine Tea does have Uber though, so we need to force that Uber early before the spawners come in. Yeah, Rocky goes down, so that's an important frag. The soldier will be coming in. Zildjian trying to get some rockets onto Buddha. Buddha still on basically full health. 1 rocket will land on him. He will pop his Uber. Geo will be jumping onto a pod or potty, and he will not get that kill. So Dog the Boys is going out, and will actually mostly survive after that Uber, so they will be able to re-push when their Uber comes up, which will be soon. It's right now. So when they get their spawners, we will see an basically full Uber advantage push into mid. Hopefully you'll be
yeah, Heaps is just dancing behind, trying to... Madness expected it, and he is in a disadvantage as he doesn't get the first shot, but they're just leaving his behind, so he's in a bit of an awkward position. They might be... Yeah, they're playing it as if they're a player down. Heaps is trying to get aggressive now, I think, as the Uber comes out of Apody, and Buddha gets cleaned up, and that's really awkward. Players just jumping around, trying to go for a play on the medic. They do not pick up Apody just yet, but it's 2 up for Dog the Boys, and not looking at... Oh my god! Sadgasm up.
There's Elmo. There's a soldier as well on top. Where's Sadgasm going? Oh, he's going for the back cap. He's gonna just leave a potty on mid, trying to get onto Madness, who's going for that back cap. That's such a shame, because I feel like if that back cap didn't happen, Sadgasm had a pretty good shot of killing. Because I mean, everyone was kind of spread out, so he easily could have gone Elmo and could have gone that soldier that was on top. So that was a great opportunity for Dog the Boys to get that miracle play on mid. But yeah, Madness on the back cap completely ruining everything, and now Jasmine Tea is with big advantage going to be pushing into lobby. They don't have the Uber just yet. They're just kind of making space for now for Elmo to peek in. He's looking left, he's looking right, he sees some players, but none of them really are the players that he's looking for. He's obviously looking for that juicy med pick. He's just trying to maybe get some miracle shots. He gets a headshot onto Sadgasm, but he will go down to a pipe of Magpie. But Jasmine Tea, they have the Uber now. 50% Uber advantage for Jasmine Tea, so when the Elmo spawner comes in, I can assume that they will be pushing in. But I mean, they don't have as much advantage as they think they might have, since Dog the Boys will be getting their Uber soon. So maybe Jasmine T is just gonna sit here on second, or
they might just be playing off Elmo's picks. I think, I don't know, Elmo's just having a bit of fun getting aggro picks. He's getting himself killed a lot, but yeah, like, see, he's just trying to go for stupid picks, having a bit of fun, I think. And I think that's just the idea right now, is Jasmine Tea just messing around a bit, because yeah, Elmo's like just gone for absolutely suicide plays 2 lives in a row now. But the respawns are short, so they're not going to be getting punished, especially because Dog the Boys have pretty much camped up in this last.
Yep. Well, I mean, this is a way you can play the game if you want. Gio's checking in roll a little bit. He sees Heaves and he doesn't want to get headshot or body shot, so he's going to just peek away from that. They do have Elmo on the Cloak and Dagger Spy. He's going to be sitting here. He's going to be uncloaking as a friendly sniper. That's a questionable play there from Elmo, seemingly unaware as to how the spy class works. So Dog the Boys actually also gets Def went down before, so Dog the Boys has an opportunity to push out after that spy play. So you should be able to do this. Yeah, Rocky will be going to last. They will force the Uber from Jasmine Tea, though. Uber will get forced from a potty as well. Slightly better Uber for Dog the Boys, but they're not really getting any kills, and the flank of Dog the Boys is getting annihilated. Heaps will actually get Buddha. That's an important pick for Dog the Boys, but there's the back cap coming in.
Oh my
and
god.
Madness will be able to cap. Madness, yeah, just able to just barely cap it faster than Spade on second, so that back cap will win Jasmine Tea another round. I kind of feel bad. Like, that could have, I mean, that was a decent push from Dog the Boys, but the back cap.
I got a bit of lag on the demo there. Madness actually on snipe on this kid instead of Elmo, so let's see what he can do as Zildjian goes down.
Headshot on Zildjian. Headshot, attempting to get a headshot on Medic. Rocky gets a potty. Good pick. He gets another headshot.
Oh my god, just, very
kind
big.
of rolling. Matt is just rolling over all the soldiers right now, and there's someone in his face. That is a scout. That's Spade. He will get cleaned up. He will also go down. So successful sniping play for Madness, for now at least.
And it's 4-0. It's 4-0 going fully red until last. They do have a sniper. Again, like, I've never had a sniper like the last 4 last. They've been trying to push.
Matt is just going to walk into one. He sees a soldier. He misses the easiest shot of his life. Well, alright. He peeks into the right side. He sees a medic. He will also miss that shot. And then he gets the shot on the soldier straight in his face. Rocky will clean that kill up. Elmo sees a alt-firing Zildjian in lobby. He will go down as well. Seems like they're kind of feeding here. Rocky's up top. He's going to try and get some rockets onto this heavy on the left side. Get some shots on the demo as well. They're all weak. Madness gets a kill onto Spade. Magpie will go down. Just 2 players left. Just Heaves and a potty. A potty will go down to Gio. It's just Heaves. They're playing the point. And that's 5-0 for Jasmine Tea.
That is 10-0.
Yes, 10-0. The big 10-0. The double goose egg in rounds for for Dog the Boys. So I would say it's not exactly the most unexpected result, but I still feel like Dog the Boys could have converted some of those opportunities they got, like those pushes out where they just got back capped
Yeah.
on mid and on second, and then also the unlucky double scout Uber that just barely didn't work on Badlands. So
Yeah, they definitely did
yeah.
have chances, and whether it was them messing it up, or Jasmine just outplaying, or whatever it is, they definitely did have their chances, and it's a shame that we didn't see them pick up a round.
Well, this was definitely a little bit of a longer match. So, as my TF2 just crashed, signifying that this game is officially over. So, all right, but yeah, looking at the logs right now, let's see. Seeing as this is a longer game, I assume that the logs are going to be a little bit more even, and just sorting on damage. Obviously, it seems as though, I mean, I think the damage is a little bit less, like, comically in Jasmine Tea's favor. I mean, the scouts did a pretty decent job. I mean, Heaves went 18-13, Spade went 11-11, which is a lot better than the Badlands match where they just got out DM'd every chance they got. So that's
Definitely
pretty
thing I
successful.
Definitely a thing to notice is Deft doing a lot less, and both scouts doing a lot more. The scouts for Dog the Boys definitely did a lot more of that map, and it seems to be a side product of that is that Deft wasn't getting as much damage out. He didn't have as much free range to just walk all over them. A bit of trouble for the roamer of Dog the Boys is he does go 6 for 17, which is a bit unfortunate, but against scouts like Madness and Elmo, it's pretty expected. And I don't think there's that much more to say. Let's see if the demo got more heals this map. He definitely did. He got more heals than both scouts and the roamer this time. So things are back in order for the side of
So he was capable of rolling out this map. All right, cool.
Alright. I don't think we're doing interviews tonight, so we might just be ready to wrap this up, if I'm correct.
Something that's kind of just to point out, the 2 drops from Buddha, because if you're looking at the heals right now, like, I mean, probably did heal less, but like with those drops, and you'd think, you know, that that Dog the Boys at least had some more opportunities to push out, but both times they pushed out on an Uber drop, both times they either the first time they completely beefed the push, and the second time they got back capped. So it's kind of unfortunate, just like not being able to convert those big advantages.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Hopefully we see a better matchup with this team in the future, as I don't think many people expected a winning performance out of Dog the Boys against, obviously, Jasmine Tea. So I think, all things said, we can start to wrap this up. Okay, so... Oh yeah, we might have more casts coming up soon. A lot of good matches actually coming up next week, I believe. A lot more closer ones to be casted. I'm not sure if we have anything scheduled so far, but we definitely do have things coming up soon. So keep in touch. I think you should follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, all the good stuff. I'm Sage. I'm with HiipFire and Wiethoofd.
Hello.
And this has been ozfortress Season 19, Week 1, Jasmine Tea versus Dog the Boys. Thank you for watching.